Hello, once again out there in YouTube land. And I've been so busy lately, I'm sorry I have not put up more videos, but I have compiled my top 25 list. Now, we started with Amy's top 25 list, and I did videos about those, but now I've done my own list here. It's a little bit more pop-oriented, a working musician. There are songs you just have to know. Around here, you need to know Georgia on My Mind, because I'm in Georgia. Frank Sinatra's The Way You Look Tonight, or At Last by Etta James. Billy Joel's song, I Love You Just the Way You Are. Green Onions by Booker T. These are songs that keyboard players should know. If you learn how to play this in all 12 keys, just the melody in all 12 keys, you're practically a bebop musician at that point. On piano, the main problem here is going to be fingering. And this would be a good song to kind of explore that on because, it was played on a saxophone, so it doesn't always lay perfectly on the piano, but it's definitely doable. And really, I mean, if you want to know about fingering, learn classical music and learn Chopin and look at the fingering that's there on the page, usually done by Josephi or somebody, and you'll learn a lot about fingering. You really will. And there's all kinds of things you can do. You can cross 4 over 5 like this. And, I see a lot of amateurs do that when they don't need to. They can just put their thumb under. But it's a valid fingering technique. All right. Anyway, back to Donna Lee. We'll start on third finger. Probably cross with 3. See, because you're just going that far, and then you got another black key. And here you just have to jump. Now you could go. Then you've got that trill or that triplet between 4 and 5, so I put my thumb under. And here, if you end up on 4, you can get down there easier. You want to probably get that under one hand position. So. Now right here, you got too many black keys to deal with. If you just run out of fingers. So you got to maybe start on 2. How would you do this? I'd go 2, 3, and thumb here. Now, most of the time you try not to put your thumb on a black key, but here I think it just works because you want to, putting that under one hand position works pretty well. Oh, well, I don't even know this song. Solar, it's a really great tune. It's all about 2-5-1s, and it starts on a nice major minor chord. I mean minor major. Yeah, minor major. Minor, triad, major 7th or 6th. And we get right into F major. Then you do a 2-5-1 down to E flat, and then they kind of go faster. And then you're down to D flat there, and then a minor 2-5-1 back to your minor chord, the minor major 7th. And I think, what has it got? Like, it's got a weird number of bars or something. So it's kind of a cool tune to work on, and you can definitely work on 2-5-1s on this song. And, anything with 2-5-1s in it, which is just about everything, learn it in other keys. Wave. All right. Antonio Carlos Obim. Back on our Amy's list, we had The Girl from Ipanema. And Wave is probably the number 2 song. Learn a little bit of Latin piano. I want to recommend this book, Ricardo, whoever that guy is. And this is a really good book. It's got a lot of good, Montunos in it. The cool thing about this is the bass keeps hitting on 4, which throws most white guys like me right off the beat. All right, so D major 7th, diminished chord here. Since the melody is, going to take up your right hand, it's good to play that diminished chord with your left hand. And I like a nice spread voicing here. If you can reach that, that's a good one to do. And when you're improvising on this song, it is pretty challenging to deal with the F sharp 13, and then the F sharp flat 13, and then the B7, and then the B7 with a flat 9. So you can simplify those chord changes by just playing F sharp altered, and then maybe B altered. Now you could go something like this. If you're not playing it too fast, otherwise it sounds kind of silly if you do it too fast, I think. Maybe use some pedal. And another thing you can do, this is a very common little device. I've gone over it before, but and I'm going to come back and do this whole video again. I'm just throwing this up because I've been gone for YouTube for so long. I just want people to know I'm not dead or anything. What a wonderful world. Typical key is F. So original chords are very simple. F to A minor to B flat. Now there's so much you can do with this progression if you want to, and I like to start it fairly simply, but then start adding little stuff to it, like you can go, I see trees of green, go to A minor, do that one of those things, and then same thing there. Okay. And I say to myself, now, you can take that idea and take it a little bit further. See trees of green. It's early here, folks. It's like 9:30 in the morning, so not the time to be singing. Not on camera. Not on video, for crying out loud. I see trees of green, red roses too. Any day that I have a gig that evening, I always try to sing a little bit, at 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning, because for some reason it seems like later on in the day my voice will be much more warmed up, even if I just sing a little bit. So bear with me, folks. Okay, and check out what I'm doing on the piano here. I see trees of green, red roses too. Now watch all these 2 5s. I see them shine for me and for you, and I say to myself, what a wonderful world. Now here's a chord a lot of people miss. F, instead of going 1, 6, 2, 5, you go 1 to the flat 5. Make it like a flat 5 chord. You know what I'm saying? The root is a flat 5 away from, the root of the chord is a flat 5 away from the key of the song. Right, it's a B. And the chord is B7 with a flat 5, which turns out to be that F there. All right, so. And B flat, maybe C 11th. I see. What a wonderful world. Yes, I say to myself. And it's nice to walk it up here at the end. It's not exactly like that, but that's a good way to do it. What a wonderful world. Okay, use a little Debussy for an ending sometime. Hey, folks, some of the greatest musicians in the world, you'd be surprised how much they listen. You think you're really hip by listening to all that jazz all the time, but the jazz guys, the ones that you're listening to, they listen to classical music. Oscar Peterson, Miles Davis, Bill Evans, Frank Sinatra, they all listen to classical music because because all these classical composers really uncovered a lot of very interesting harmony. Okay, we got Georgia. And, here's a song, and I play with a guy who's just so detail oriented it could drive you nuts sometimes. But we played Georgia, and I don't think we played exactly like Ray does it, but we do a nice arrangement of it. And so you want to be careful not to put minor chords where they're really dominant chords and things like that. The intro is very beautiful. Let's see how. See, that's a G to a B minor, okay? That's a beautiful little intro there, and it's worth learning, because I'm telling you, nobody else got to know it. You know it, and you look like a hero. See. Honestly, I just learned it this morning, like 15 minutes ago. And then it does that again, I think. Let's see, what does it do? Yeah, it goes to a diminished chord. And then, generally, the keys that people do it in seems to be like F for guys, all right? And C for girls. So I would learn it in those two keys as well. For a while I did it in D flat, because that's the way Willie Nelson did it. Come so sweet and clear, like moonlight through the pines. All right, anyway, back to what we're doing. I'm just going to do this in G, because that's where I studied it this morning. So we got the intro. Georgia. Now, most people go to B7 here, and B7's the right chord, but the bass goes to F sharp, see? The bass goes to F sharp, like that, B7. And a lot of people do it this way. They'll go down there and they play it F sharp minor 7, and then B, so it's a 2-5-1 in E minor. But I swear, don't you get tired of playing 2-5-1s all the time? So, just do it this way. Nice B7 chord with F sharp in the bass. And to me, that's a gospel change. I don't know. It's used in gospel music a lot. And it's used in, you're going to see it's going to be used in The Way You Look Tonight, the Frank Sinatra song. It's used in, it does it again. It goes down another step there. You could do D minor like that to C, but just put the G as the chord, and the D is the bass, and you got the fifth in the bass there. See, so here, from the top, Georgia. Now, B7, Georgia, E minor, the whole day through. It's a little high for a guy, I think, unless you're Ray. And then, nice chord here. You think it's a diminished chord, but I swear on the album it's this chord. It's a E flat, and the 7th is the bass note. So awesome. Just check it out.